Hello again, everyone. It's Chris. It's kind of late at night, and my girlfriend's a little pissed off at me that I'm making this video. But I'm going to show you guys how to partition your SD card. First thing you want to do is actually back up everything on your phone first. So you want to transfer all your files, all your pictures, put that on your computer somewhere safe.
Do it tomorrow.
So that because when you format it, when you partition it, it's going to erase everything. So back up all your files first and foremost. Back up the files, and then you're going to turn off your phone, and you're going to want to put it into the recovery terminal. So we are in the recovery terminal, as you can see, hopefully. We are going to go to console. Very last selection here.
My arm itches.
You're gonna wanna, I don't care, just, okay, press enter.
Enter.
We are going to go into parted. It's a little program in here that lets us partition our SD cards. So dev block. Okay. Oh. Okay, so you should see that, and a little parted means that we are in parted. Okay, now that we're in parted, we're going to type in print. It's going to show us all of your partitions, or if you have no partitions, it'll show you what partitions you have. But as you can see, kind of, I have all my partitions. I have 3. So if you have 1, or if you have 2, like if you just have a FAT32, it'll say it right here, FAT32. But you're going to want to remove everything. So we are going to RM1. That's going to remove the first one. RM2, if you have another partition, I don't know if you do or don't, that's going to remove the second one. And then RM3 if you have a third partition. But chances are you probably only have 1. So we are going to type in print again to see what we're working with, to see the fruits of our labor, and you'll see now that there's nothing listed before. Before maybe it had 1 and it was your FAT32 and all your memory, but now you removed all the partitions, so it's kind of just a blank fresh card. But now we have to set the partitions and the partition sizes. So to do that, what you need to do is when you hit print, actually it'll show you right here after you hit print. It is this little guy right here, 8017 megabytes, your disk space, I guess. So that's for me with my 8 gigabyte. Yours is going to be something different. You're going to want to write that down somewhere, and you're going to have to do a little simple math. So write down that number. I'll show you guys on my computer. It might be a little bit easier to see. 8017, that's my disk on my thing. You might have a 16 gigabyte card, you might have a 2 gigabyte card. Doesn't really matter. After you hit print, you're going to copy down that number and write it down someplace. And then you're going to subtract 32 megabytes for swap, and then 500 megabytes for your ext3 partition, where all your apps and stuff should go. So your total space minus 32 minus 500, and those are your 3 numbers here, and those are the 3 numbers you're going to be working with. So mine are going to be different than yours. Not sure exactly what yours are going to be. This is my 96 one. This is actually the one I'm going to be using because I want to do a 96 megabyte swap. So I'm going to be typing that in right now. Okay, so for the first partition, we're going to, you're going to get in real close there. There we go. Type in mkpartfs primary FAT32, and it's going to be 0 because that's where it's going to start out, and this is where it's going to end up. Switch to the computer real quick. The end number that we're going to start out with is actually going to be, it's going to be this one right here. So this is the line we're going to use. We're going to go from top to bottom. So first we're going to go there. That's after your Linux swap, after your megabyte. That's basically going to be your whole card right here. Your normal, we're going to put your music, pictures, and all that stuff. So that's the number we're going to use. Again, for me, it's going to be a little bit different. Mine's going to be 7421. And we're going to let it do its thing. Okay. Sometimes it'll say something weird like partition isn't aligned, cylinder boundaries, unsupported, blah 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 blah, loop something or other.
I can't hold this any longer.
So to fix, basically you just type mklabel msdos. Answer yes to the question. It'll ask you if you want to make a new disk label, to say yes. And then you confirm again with msdos. So we're going to go mk part fs primary ext2. We'll upgrade it later to ex3, but that's what we're going to start for now. It's going to start out where our last one ended, so mine's going to be 7421. 7421. And it's going to end at that second number that we had, that you had written down. Mine's a little bit different, so mine's going to be 7921. And press enter. And it's going to take a few seconds to let it do its thing. And it is done. Okay, so now the last one. mk part fs primary and Linux swap. Linux dash swap. And it's going to start where our last one ended. My last one ended at 7921. And it's going to end at the very last number that we had, which mine is going to be 8017. Okay, after that's all done, you're just going to, actually just want to see your handiwork. Just go ahead and hit print just to make sure everything went okay. So we type in print, hit enter, and looks like we have 512 megabytes for, our FAT32 is set. 500 megabytes for our ext2. Mine's set at 96 for my Linux swap, the very bottom one there. Okay, so everything should have worked out okay. We're going to hit quit now to quit Parted, because Parted is the little program we're in recovery here. It'll say something weird like information you may need to update etc fs tab. Not a big deal. So the last thing we have to do is, since we hit quit, we need to upgrade our ext2 to an ext3, which is really easy. So all you have to do is hit upgrade, type in upgrade underscore fs, give it a few seconds. Pretty much that means that you're journaling or whatever, blah blah blah, it's upgraded to ext3. Now just type in recovery to get back into recovery. Back into recovery. Now just reboot or flash your ROM. You don't even need to flash your ROM actually. If you already have a ROM flashed, you just reboot and then start up your ROM, and now you'll have your new ext3 and your 3 partitions, and your ROM should run a lot faster now. So thanks a lot for watching the video. Sorry if it's really complicated and kind of long, but if you have any questions, like I said, comment, leave me a message, and thanks a lot for watching. Good night.
Yay.